about a particular kind of people who are Vedic, who chant the Vedic mantras, who are doing so many yajnas and so many karmas, but they are mistaken as the karma yogis. They are known as the karma kandis. So Krishna first explains who these people are. Who are these karma kandis? He says, those who are interested, kamatmana swargapara janma karma phalaprada kriya visheshi bahula bhoga ishwari gatimpati. He says, those people who are completely engrossed in bhoga and aishwarya. Bhoga means what? Bhoga means enjoyment. To enjoy something you require aishwarya, you require money. Without money you cannot enjoy. Actually people are working hard. We say they are working hard for money. Ultimately, what is the reason they want money? Because they know by this money I can enjoy. I can buy the objects of my enjoyment. That is why people are working so hard. They have so much of faith by getting money. I'll get the object of enjoyment. When I get the object of enjoyment, I'll be happy. That is why people are working hard. Otherwise, why anybody should work hard? Tell me. Because there is so much of faith they have invested. By earning more money, I'll get the object of enjoyment, more and more objects of enjoyment. When I get more and more objects of enjoyment, I can enjoy more, I can be happy. That is what people think. But there are two ways of getting the objects of enjoyment and trying to enjoy. One is what? Non-Vedic way. Non-Vedic. Most of the people these days, they are doing the non-Vedic way of getting money and enjoying. You know, other way is what? Other way is the Vedic way of doing. Vedic enjoyment. That is called karma kanda. Karma kanda, if you want to explain in a simple term, it is known as Vedic enjoyment. That's all. It's Vedic enjoyment. Like in Vedic enjoyment, there are different kinds of sacrifice. So, you have this in the West and many places, even in India it has come. You know what is barbecue or something like that? They put some flesh or animal and put fire, and then it's they do it. So what is karma kanda? It is a Vedic barbecue. That's all. There also fire is there and some swaha is going. Ultimate purpose is what? Bhoga Aishwarya. So there is nothing so special about it. So one is the Vedic way of enjoyment, other is non-Vedic of enjoyment. So enjoyment is enjoyment, which is ultimately leading to suffering. That is why Krishna says that don't mistake this thing to be karma yoga. It has got nothing to do with karma yoga. It is karma kanda. Now coming back to the topic of karma yoga, Krishna explains his famous verse. If you ask anybody, why did you take Bhagavad Gita? Bhagavad Gita I know very well. Say, what do you know? Krishna told karma nevadikaraste. What else he told further? Can you complete the shloka? That I don't know. Karma nevadikaraste. Further? Nobody knows. So let us try to understand what is this verse. Krishna has explained the entire karma yoga in this verse. It is not so easy to understand this verse. Let us try to understand. Karmani eva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phalaheturpur ma te sangotva karmani. This is a verse which is spoken by Krishna. So in this he has explained this buddhi yoga or karma yoga, nishkama karma yoga. He has explained this thing in this particular verse. So what is the meaning of this verse? Karmani eva adhikaraste. What is the meaning of it? Karmani eva adhikaraste. Adhikara means right. You have the right to perform your duty. That is what you can do. Right here means that is what you can do. What else you can do, tell me? That is what we can do. We can only work. So work. Karmani eva adhikaraste. But how we should work? Karmani eva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. You have the right to do work, but you don't have the right over the results. Just imagine. Suppose you go and join some company, you get a job. After 1 month, you go for the salary. The boss says, Karmanyeva adhikaraste, you have the right to perform your work only. You don't have the right over the results, the salary is mine. Will you work? Nobody works. Krishna here says this. The same thing he is saying. Karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. You don't have the right over the results. Now, what is the next point he says? Karmanyavadhikarasti ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala heturpur. Because as soon as you go to the office to take the salary, the boss says that no, you don't have the right to the results. What is the immediate thing what you ask? Why? Why don't you have the right over my results? The same thing Krishna says, you don't have the right over the results because ma karma phala heturpur. Because you are not the cause of the result. Just imagine, Krishna is speaking a very philosophical point here. There are so many people who are working, but not everybody gets the result. Why? You may say, no, he did not work very hard, or he did not apply his intelligence. There are so many people who are more intelligent and hard workers, but still they don't get results. There are many who are total buddhus, who even don't work also, still they get the result. Why? Because the result is not dependent on our hard work. If you think that hard work gives you result, then every hard worker should get result. I asked my mother when she told me, you work hard, you will get good results. Then I told, there is one boy who doesn't work hard at all, but he gets good results. I told that there is one person, one relative, he's working hard day and night, he does so much of work, but he's always poor. That time my father is a professor. A small college, means small town, very famous college, a very reputed person. So he goes to the office or he goes to the college, puts his signature and comes back. Again goes in the afternoon, puts his signature and comes back. Hardly he takes 2-3 hours class, that's all. I always tell, he is whole day in the house, nothing he does. Still everything is there. Hardly anyone doesn't work at all. It's very difficult for people to answer. If hard work is going to give results, why everybody who works hard is not getting result? Who is not getting the result? Why on the other hand, those who don't work hard, who are not even intelligent, they are getting some results. They are enjoying. Because the results are given by Krishna. So whom does it belong to? It belongs to Krishna. That is why he says, Ma karma phala heturpur. Don't think that you are the cause of the results. Why? Ma te sangosta karmani. At the same time he says, Ma te sangosta karmani. Very interesting here. Krishna says, first point, you have the right to perform your work. Number 2, you don't have the right over your results. Number 3, your hard work is not the cause of the result. First is, why I should work hard if I don't have right over the results? Number 1. Whether I work hard or don't work hard, ultimately the result is in Krishna's hand. So I at all should work. I should only work when I have interest in result. Anyway, I don't have any right over the result, why I should work hard? Number 2, whether I work hard or don't work hard, ultimately result is going to be given by Krishna, let him give. So I will not work hard, or I will not work. Somebody may think so, but Krishna says, Ma te sango swakarmani. At the same time, don't be attached to not working. That means what? Work. What is this? Why I should work? So that is called karma yoga. Working with a perfect understanding that I am not the enjoyer of the result. Number 2, working with a perfect understanding that the results are given by Krishna. So, if by me working very hard, I got the result. What we should think? Who gave the result? Krishna gave the result. I work very hard and result did not come. Who is the person who did not give the result? Krishna. Like a small boy. Every day his mother is feeding him nice, wonderful things. Dal, chapati, sweets and all these things. One day she gives only khichdi. What does the boy tell the mother? Why you did not give me all these things? Because the boy knows it is the mother who gave all these days these things. It is the same mother who did not give. So when the mother did not give all these things, she just gave only plain kishri to the child. Why did she do so? It is for the benefit of the child, because maybe the child is not well. Isn't it? So after working hard, if you don't get the result, who is the person who did not give the result? It is Krishna. After working hard, you got the result. Who is the person who gave the result? It's Krishna. So a person who is perfectly Krishna conscious, who applies this principle of karmanyavadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala heturpur mate sangosta karmani, he goes on working hard, at the same time will be happy. Because he knows very well, when results come, success is there, it is Krishna's success. Failure is there, Krishna's failure. I am only interested in working for him. So this is the only way one can be perfectly happy when working. Otherwise, everybody who is working, expecting some enjoyment, happiness, success, they will suffer and suffer and suffer. If you work and become successful, there is another problem. What is that? To maintain that success. Isn't it? It's not a joke. If you are unsuccessful, okay, the problem is not as much as when you are successful. If you are unsuccessful anyhow, you don't have any success, so you will do the work again. But when you are successful, when you do the work again, what is the anxiety? I should maintain the success. That is why with the anxiety when somebody works, the work will not be perfect. That is why success doesn't last long. The quality of the work doesn't last long. Once I was invited to give a lecture in the company. I just spoke on this work. And then spoke this thing that why a person's performance goes to a peak and very nice, wonderful. And after that, it reduces as the time goes. Then all the managers are thinking, wait, yes, I want to know. It is because the success gets onto his head. When it gets onto his head, either he becomes very proud or he has the anxiety to maintain that success. And that anxiety will kill him. That pride will destroy him. That is why the only solution is to be Krishna conscious. And what is the meaning of being Krishna conscious? Being Krishna conscious means to understand every activity of mine is for him, and the success and failure is in his hands. So if he wants, let him give. If he doesn't want, let him not give. So this is the verse. Karmanyevadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala heturpur mate sangosta karmani. So in this way, detachment has to be developed. Detachment to the result of work and detachment to the work itself. The attachment to the work causes that I am the doer, the ahankara. Ahankara means the pride that I am the doer. And the attachment to the result gives the tendency, gives the feeling that I am the enjoyer. So Krishna is ultimately pointing out this point that how one should give up this tendency that I am the enjoyer and I am the doer. I am the controller, I am the proprietor, I am the enjoyer. These two tendencies, I am the proprietor or I am the doer. Number two, I am the enjoyer. These two tendencies has to be given up. Because these two tendencies are killing us. So here, Krishna, he has explained very nicely from 47th verse till the 53rd verse. Rather, all the verses in this particular section, starting from 39 till the end of this particular section of 53rd verse, the subject matter is this thing. The subject matter is, problem is not in the work, the problem is in the attachment. That is why people say, I worked hard. After some time they say, I want to give it up. The pendulum of the mind takes you to one extreme of hard work, to the other extreme of giving it up. Why? Because we think work is the cause of my enjoyment and the work is the cause of my suffering. It is not the work which is the cause of enjoyment, it is not the work which is the cause of suffering. It is the attachment which is the cause of suffering. It is the detachment which is the cause of enjoyment. Attachment to what? And detachment from what? Attachment to the result and attachment to the work itself is the cause of suffering. And detachment from the work and detachment from the result of the work, that is the cause of our enjoyment. That is the sum and substance of Karma Yoga. So detachment from work and detachment from the result of work can only come when you work for Krishna. With an understanding, the results are given by Krishna. That is called karmanyevadhikaraste ma phalesh kadachana ma karma phalay heturbhur mate sangosta karmani. So it's the most famous verse. As famous as this verse is, so much it is highly misunderstood. So Srila Prabhupada in the purport, he explains this verse very nicely, and in the further verses also explains till 53 is a subject that is called Karma Yoga or Buddhi Yoga or Nishkama Karma Yoga. Work done for Krishna with an understanding that He is the enjoyer of the result, He is the giver of the result, and I am just only a simple servant of His. So we stop here. Next section, we'll talk about the symptoms of a person who is performing Karma Yoga very nicely. So any questions, please do ask. Yes.
We will talk about detachment from work and the detachment from the results. But in practical life, when we are doing something, we put so much of hard work into doing medicine and then doing time guidance, so learning guidance interventions. So the amount of effort that has been put in naturally puts the attachment to the
work.
Kind of work. So
Yeah.
practically, how do you, when you put in so much of effort,
Yes.
if somebody is building a house and there is a lot of effort building that house,
Yes.
naturally there is attachment to that house. So how do we practically
Yeah.
do this?
So, take for example you love your son and you're working very hard in the office and doing all these activities, getting money and doing all the arrangements. So you're doing all these things, working hard. Why are you doing all these things? Is it because you're attached to money? Is it because you're attached to work? Whom? You're attached to your son and your family. That is why you're doing all these things. So keep that aside and put Krishna there. So when you put Krishna there, you'll be working hard, you'll go into the office, doing all these things. For whom? For Krishna. Attachment is for whom? Krishna. Actually, you're not attached to work, you're not attached to the result also. You're only attached to Krishna. So, attachment to Krishna brings up all these things. Detachment from work, detachment from result. Now, if Krishna had told Arjuna, after giving the entire Upadesha to Bhagavad Gita, he says, I know, I changed my decision. Why don't you take a jadu and sweep the battlefield of Kurukshetra? What would Arjuna do? No, what are you telling? I'm a Kshatriya. You're telling me all these things are, no, I'll only fight. He'll not do that. Because he's attached to Krishna, he's attached to what Krishna told, he'll do it. Isn't it? So, detached from the result of work and the work itself is a natural outcome of attachment to Krishna. And that comes with an understanding that he is the giver of the result. It is he whom I am supposed to work for. That's the thing. Yes.
Like thinking that Krishna is the giver of action. So we see that suppose some different people have different karma and their life is very differently. Some people get this thing easily, some people have to struggle a lot. And even after coming to bhakti, it becomes more or less same.
Yes, yes.
So then it becomes difficult to recognize if there is Krishna's hand. And then also it said that if it is success, then you accept that Krishna's bhakti. And if it is something that you accept, it will be my thing and I deserve God. And then that is the
Complacency. That is what Krishna says. That is what Krishna says. That results in complacency. That is why he says, Mate Sangot Swakarmani.
No, I think complex. You get this thing that if you are always saying that is my sinful reaction and ready, then you don't even anxiety free. Then you feel you get like.
Yeah. Working without anxiety. That is what it is.
What I'm saying is that if you are continuously suppose person is getting failure and he has to always accept that this is because of my sinful reaction and sometimes he gets success and he has to think that I don't deserve this but it is coming from Krishna's mercy. So in a conditioned state that may give rise to a psychological thing, stress or something. That's what I'm saying.
It gives rise to psychological stress.
To think that it is whatever good is coming from Krishna and whatever bad is because of my sinful reaction. At the same time, other devotees, they are doing well. So to think that my all sinful reactions are coming and others are enjoying. So that will be very just.
I got it. See, it is not just thinking. It is a fact. It is a fact. Whatever we have done in the past that we have to enjoy or suffer. Whether you or anybody. It's a fact. You are thinking about the fact. So you are happy. It is not going to lead you to any mental stress. Now, suppose somebody is sick and comes to the hospital. Now, if the doctor or even the patient doesn't know why is he sick, that is a big problem, isn't it? But once you know why you are sick, you are relieved of the problem. Even though you are sick. The moment you are diagnosed that this is the cause of the problem, this is the cause of the fever, and doctor is also relieved, now actually it's over. Practically, what is the hand of the doctor? His role is only in diagnosing. And medicine is the standard. Give it, over. The problem is only till the point when you find out what is the problem. Isn't it? And a devotee knows it. When a devotee knows I am suffering, it is because of my past sinful acts. So he will not be affected by that. That is. On the other hand, if somebody is enjoying, if he doesn't know that it is because of my previous karma, good karma, that is why Krishna has given it. If he doesn't know that, his enjoyment will be the cause of a greater suffering in future. Why? When he suffers, immediately he says, it is because of you, it is because of you, it is because of you. He messes up. Why there is a strained relationship in this world? Tell me. It is just because when you suffer, you think the other person is the cause of my suffering. You're your friend, you're a family member, immediately your finger goes to that person. Those people whom you think they are actually giving enjoyment, they are actually the loved ones, immediately they become enemies. Why? Because you thought the enjoyment got is because of my. When you think that it is this, actually after some time you have to face misery. When the misery comes, what do you think? It is because of somebody else. So, natural conditioned consciousness always wants enjoyment and success. So whenever enjoyment is there, success is there, who did it? When failure is there, what happens in the board meetings, management meetings? Tell me. All the good things happen because of whom? All the bad things happening everywhere is because of whom? That is called conditioned consciousness. The whole world is guessed into this thing only. Pass the buck. It's because of you. It's because of what I can do. I am perfect. When success comes, because of me, otherwise, world will not run, the sun will not rise tomorrow. They are so confident about it. Because I am there, the world is there. This conditioned consciousness. So devotee knows the problem. So that as much as for a doctor and the patient, knowing the cause of the problem itself is a solution of the problem, and not knowing the cause of the problem itself is a problem. In the same way, a devotee knows the cause of suffering. That is my past karma. So that itself is a big solution. So to be happy and be complacent in this kind of thinking, that's very good. What is the problem? When the doctor comes and says, yes, we found out, this is your problem, the patient smiles. You may say he's suffering but still smiling. Same thing, the devotee. In suffering he smiles. Why? Because he knows. What Kunti Maharani is telling? Let more and more suffering come. That's enjoyment for me. Because she knows the cause of suffering. She knows the cause of, real cause of happiness. A devotee knows this thing, the real cause of suffering, the real cause of happiness. So that is why even in suffering he smiles. Like a patient, he smiles when he knows this is the cause of my. The doctor smiles actually. He becomes happy to know, okay, now I found, now it's okay, I get this medicine, everything will be okay. Okay? Yes.
So you told whatever the action is because of Krishna. We also know, but sometimes I am seeing that the person is working hard, but he doesn't get success. I shout at him because I'm not hard. Instead of saying it is okay, it is because of Krishna. But we take him like that, and shout how to break the situation, not to demoralize the person.
You are shouting to him, is it because of not he getting success? Is it because of not he working?
He's working, but he's not working.
Huh?
He's working, but result is not that it should be.
Oh, that's not good management. That's not good management. So, making him work in a proper way, that should be the cause. That should be the proper management. If you are emphasizing because he did not get results, then materialistic. That is how material world functions. Phalena parichete. Phala is more important. Ultimately, I am not bothered about you, I am not bothered about you. Ultimately, what you give is important. So the same thing somebody else does to you. You tell your worker in your factory or somewhere, give results or get out. You come home, wife tells, give results or get out. That is a materialistic concept of work. The spiritual concept of work is work for Krishna for purification. Work for Krishna for purification. Because matter doesn't matter, material results doesn't matter. They come well and good, don't come well and good. That is called spirituality. That is called spirituality. Now, even the companies these days, they are realizing this aspect. So that is why their management is not based on you produce results, stay, otherwise get out. Not based on that. Because of this concept, what do you call it called? People leaving the company, attrition, what? Huh? It's happening. Why? There's a big research done. Somehow somebody put me on mail.